Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about Cucumber framework, how you could configure them. So Cucumber is basically the framework, BDD framework that helps executing the test and giving more visual representations of what test did, and it also contains all step-by-step test output that lets you understand each action items, and also it is very helpful in order to debugging when any failure occurs. And then Cucumber is good because it integrates with the Jenkins very well, and then you will be able to see all test reports with with its built-in features. And Cucumber has three components. One is a feature file that has all step-by-step um, like a script. Uh, Cucumber is basically the Gherkin script, which we call. So it has given when and then conditions, and it has some examples also, which contains the test data. And then you have another one which is called step definitions. Step definitions is basically the referencing test feature each step. So each step is associated to some codes into step definitions somewhere around the project. So which means each of the script that you write should have some point of Selenium codes that associated to that in order to execute. Otherwise it would just say, hey, you haven't defined this. And then next thing is simply executing, and before executing you need to make sure that you are configuring to the right annotations, and the configuration is set up properly. Before starting that to everything, if you watch that my previous video on how to install Maven in your machine, then this would be the follow-up to that video. If you haven't, you'll have to go watch Maven video, or if you already have Maven set up in your system, then we'll go further from there. Here in my previous video, what we did is we installed Maven, and also we added some of the jar files into the dependencies pom.xml file. So these are the dependencies that we have added. So one thing we added is Selenium Java and Selenium Server. So these are basically the representation of Selenium WebDriver. That is the entire core areas that we are going to cover in coming all of the videos. And we have a dependency also for JUnit and TestNG. So what the JUnit and TestNG both are the testing framework, which will represent all testing test cases and its execution. And we will go with that. So here I want to do some more, right? So I need to get some Cucumber installation. So to do this, and I believe you know what the dependency means. Dependency means that that's this project, entire project is dependent upon these files, right? So these files will need to go download the stuff. So if you see, there's a address, site address, there's an artifact ID. Basically this is the name, and this is the version. So when you give this in XML, it is going to look for this site, and then it will get the version and it will download. Okay. And that's all it does. And then dependency open tag should close with this. Same thing with the dependencies. Any dependency you are adding into pom.xml should be inside dependencies tag. Okay, so each one of this is a one set, and same thing like that, each one should open and close. That will represent only single thing. You cannot combine one with another. Dependency cannot carry the dependency, so dependency should just be kind of hierarchy. Okay. So here now we need to go to Cucumber. How to download the Cucumber? There are some areas that I want you to focus, so let's do that. So I have a Maven here. So Maven, I already have pulled in the Cucumber core here. So let's go through here. If you go here on the Google, so you can just simply search Maven for Cucumber. So if you see Maven dependency for Cucumber, then you would find this link something, and then you could just simply click there. So if you see here, there's something called Cucumber Java. I want you to click here. Okay, so Cucumber Java, I'm going to pick the latest one, 125. And if you see here that it is giving me Cucumber Java, I'm going to copy these dependencies and I'm going to simply copy and paste here. So if you see this clearly, and I hope you do, so all I'm doing is just copy paste from the Maven site. So space doesn't matter here. All it matters is where the tag is open and it's closed. So I copied the Cucumber Java, so let that come here. And this is a comment line. That's how you comment in XML. You don't need to have this because it's not read, and having that doesn't harm either. So I have a Cucumber Java. I'm going to get the same version for everything. So let's go through that. And next thing I want is get a core. So here if you see, we would need a Cucumber core. We just downloaded Cucumber Java. We need Cucumber core, we need Cucumber JUnit and Cucumber TestNG. So let me download this Cucumber core first. After I click Cucumber core, I see this. So this is a Cucumber core, and I copy this again, and I go here. I just simply put this here. Now I go back and I need to download Cucumber JUnit, and let's go through that. So I see JUnit here. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get 4.12, and that's the Cucumber JUnit. I copy that over, and I'm going to put that in JUnit. And I'm going to get next one, which is called the TestNG. So I'm going to I can just search here too. That has a search bar. So I have a TestNG here. I'm going to get whatever the latest. I'll get 6.10. And I have a TestNG also. Okay, so we're pretty much all set here. I can just format this text. I will do Ctrl-Shift-F, and it will format all my text. Okay, now it's indented. So we see here, if you see now, what it did is it has downloaded on top of those what we already have, where we have downloaded Cucumber as well as JUnit for Cucumber. And I save this. and now it is downloading. At the bottom panel it is showing the building. So let that go through. So it pretty much built everything. So basically it downloaded these files from the site. So now next thing what we need to do is we'll have to install the cucumber what do you call um, cucumber tool. So to do that I will have to go to window, no, help, install new software. Okay, and then you have to add here because there's no cucumber on it, so I will put cucumber. You can just give your name, and in the website what you have to put is the site where the cucumber tool is being downloaded from. So that would be cucumber http cucumber.github.com/cucumber eclipse /update site. Okay, so that's what you need to do, and it will bring up that file. Okay, once you see this, you click their checkbox, and then you would simply leave that everything to default and hit next. Now it will download that cucumber tool for you. Okay, once it does that, I'll just click next. I'll accept the terms, and I do finish. So now your cucumber is being installed. Okay, so that's there. So we are done with the Maven part. It will prompt you to restart your machine. You can restart. So once you do that, you reboot your machine. What you do is you just come back to here, test resources. If you see that folder is empty, let's create not file yet. I'm going to create another package here called features. Okay, inside the features I'm going to create a new file, which would be, I can just name it as my first dot. You have to write dot feature. Okay, FEAT or is the extension, otherwise it won't work. So you have to have this features so that it will bring up the feature file. Then just to finish, and because I haven't started my machine, it is not showing me that the cucumber icon. So let's go up to here and then we'll come back.